to be an AKA, an Alpha, Kappa Alpha, I wanted to be an AKA, and here's the reason why. Of all the towns around, I searched, no better group I found, so I joined them right away. And this I have to say, we have tried, now we made it to AKA, and Alpha, Kappa Alpha, and Alpha. We are sorors, and we're shining. We have to work, sometimes we have to cry, we have to cry, we have to cry, and we'll keep holding on until we die.
Let's go 30!
Sesame, sesame, big girl. Yes, I'm still sure.
38! Get pretty!
Sesame, sesame,
So based on my intro and all of this interesting scenery around me, you're probably wondering why I'm looking like a Neo fresh off of probate. Yeah, that's a good question. But guess what? Today is my 5th year in AKA.
Do you know what today is? It's my anniversary.
It is my 5th year anniversary, y'all, and I could not be more excited to celebrate 5 whole years in this amazing, phenomenal, stellar, bomb, #1 organization. I am so excited, and it's just one little chunk in my goal of Silver Star. I just want to wear my crown and my silver dress and my silver stockings and my silver shoes, celebrating 25 whole years in this organization. So I've got 5 down, 20 more to go. But today is such a special day, and I'm actually so sad that I'm not with my sisters right now. I wish I could be, but the school life and living in a whole nother state doesn't always lend itself to being able to get over to my sissies. So this hopefully will make up for it. Today's goal is to talk about all of the amazing ways that AKA has impacted my life over these last 5 years. Y'all, I have been blessed immeasurably by this organization. So when I was thinking about how can I get all this information out in one video, I thought about the sorority tag. So I've seen the Sorority Girl Tag and the AKA tag around on YouTube. So I figured I'd do that. And I think I should mention that if you stick around to the end, I do have some bonus footage from my undergrad days, doing some things that people thought they would never see me do, i.e. step and stroll, if you stick around to the end. Or you could just skip to the end, but that's no fun. So Sorority Girl Tag, AKA Tag, whatever you want to call it, here we go. I'm a freshman initiate, spring 13. I was number 38 on the 38. That means I was the tail of the 38 preeminent. Yes, come correct. And I was initiated into the Shoutout chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated at Indiana University Bloomington in Bloomington, Indiana. I consider it an absolute honor to be among the ranks of single letter chapters. Shoutout chapter was chartered in 1922. Actually, December 16th, we just celebrated 95 years. 95 years. Like, the legacy is almost a century old, and I'm a part of it. What? So I think I've set you up with enough background information for this Q&A. So let's just jump right in. And I do have my phone here for reference because I will forget otherwise. So here we go. First question is 2-part. Why did you want to become an AKA, and did you always want to join a sorority? Child, let me tell you. So those from my hometown will probably remember that I was dead set that I was not going to join a sorority. I was so sure. I did not grow up, from what I knew, I didn't grow up around Greek life. It wasn't a prominent discussion. What I did hear was just kind of like negative. It was very limited perspective. I grew up thinking there was only one sorority because that's the only one that I had really heard people talking about, and I just didn't think it was for me, you know. But then I grew up and realized, probably around like mid-high school, started realizing that several of my mentors were AKAs. Like several of the women who I've been trying to emulate for years were AKAs, and I had no idea. It was actually, I remember my senior year of high school when I searched and actually did the official research and was looking. And as I'm reading the purpose, as I'm looking at the women who are part of this organization, as I'm feeling like this soul connection to these women, I literally was in my room crying, like laptop in hand, crying. Like, what is this? Like, I have to be a part of this. So from that moment forward, I was pretty sure, like, I think this is definitely something that I want to do. And then I actually searched to see if AKA was even on IU's campus, and Untitled Chapter came up, and I was like, I'm just looking at their awards and these phenomenal women, like they were just bomb A to Z, and I was like, okay, this is official, like this is happening. So yeah, I feel super connected to the mission, to the foundation of AKA, to the women who have invested in my life, who are also members of AKA, and so here we are. Next question says, what positions have you held in AKA? I've had the honor of serving on my chapter level, on the regional level, and on the international level while I was an undergrad, and it literally blew my mind. It was absolutely amazing. So for a majority of 2014 and then the full year of 2015, I served as president, and that was just, it was a journey, but I had absolutely no regrets, and I learned so much from that experience. I started off in the sorority as chaplain. I served as Ivy League reporter. I worked on our website and social media. I ran that for several years. I was like NPHC representative. I just did a little bit of everything. Wherever I was needed, I really tried to kind of fill in the blank for my chapter. On the regional level, it's actually mixed with the international level. I served as the Central Region undergraduate representative to the International Nominating Committee. I was appointed to this position, which was an absolute honor, completely unexpected, and I served for the first half of Soror Dorothy Buchanan-Wilson, our amazing international president, for the first half of her term. I served with 9, I believe, other amazing women from all over the country, and one from the Bahamas. We got to travel to conferences, lead workshops. I got to man a regional team, but also report back to the international team. I got to certify candidates for positions for the international board. So really, it was just like, some days I think back on it, I'm like, did that really happen? Like that really happened. I was kind of doing everything I possibly could do as an undergrad, and it felt great. The next question, I could go on and on. So I'm going to try to keep it short. But the next question is, what is your favorite AKA memory? And I can't even pinpoint a favorite. Like, I have several, and you're going to be like, but pick a favorite. No, they're all my favorite. Like, I can't choose. So here we go. My first favorite was at my graduation, having all of my sisters singing the national hymn. I will never forget that moment. I sobbed like a little baby, and literally I thought I was gonna make it through without crying, and I looked up and made eye contact with some of my sisters who have walked that entire journey with me, and like, it was just understood. Like, no words were being said except for singing the hymn, and yet as soon as we made eye contact, we just like started bawling our eyes out. Like, it's an unexplainable feeling, unexplainable moment that I will never forget. Another memory was when I finally witnessed my chapter win Chapter of Excellence. After several years, they hadn't won it for the entire time that I had been there at IU. They had won it years before, but I wanted to be able to have us reclaim that title. And so I worked really hard during my presidency, and our chapter worked really hard, and we had a goal in mind to be excellent and to serve and to fulfill our purpose. and to, you know, just hope that the university recognized that. And so my senior year, right before I graduated, we won Chapter of Excellence, and y'all, I'll never forget that moment. I cried. Oh Lord, I cried. Third favorite memory was my first boulet in 2014, Charlotte, North Carolina. I remember for our first main session, we all stood up together, held hands, sorors across the aisles, old, young, from 75 years in the sorority to, you know, a few months in the sorority. Everybody was holding hands and singing our national hymn in harmony. And y'all, talk about chills. Talk about chills. Like, I forget how many thousands of sorors were there that year. It had to be like 13,000, maybe 15,000. And to see all these women from all across the world, like not all across the US, but all across the world, stand together. Somebody in our chapter taught us the hymn, and yet we're all singing it the same way in perfect harmony, holding hands. Like, y'all, I felt goosebumps go through my body, like electricity go through my body, to be in unison with that many amazing, profound, awesome women singing our national hymn. It was remarkable, and I cried like a baby. It sounds like I cried in all of these so far. Yeah, I'm a crybaby. Leadership Fellows. I had the amazing opportunity of being selected as one of 37 undergraduates in 2015 to be a part of the National Leadership Fellows program through AKA. We were flown, all expense paid, the entire week expense paid, to Austin, Texas, to learn, to network, to get a very exclusive look into the workings of Alpha Kappa Alpha, the behind the scenes, the operations, learning directly from the international president, the international treasurer, multiple people who had served on the international board for AKA. I mean, it was just like, people got interviews that same week, like companies were coming in to interview sorors. It was just like the most surreal experience. We were given so much. I mean, I felt like we got free gifts every day. Like, every day. This was one of them. Like, we got the scarf. We got so much stuff. Portfolios and pens and bags. And it was just like, what? Like, is this real life? It felt like Oprah's favorite things. Like, you get a car. You get a car. Like, it was crazy. But also to sit at the feet of these amazing women who are running our organization on an international level, and to hear them just talk so candidly to us about the business of AKA, and so willing to share their stories and their testimonies and how they were once in our shoes. And it's hard to believe that, but like they were, and encouraging us to be kind of the next ones to step up and take position in leadership. It was remarkable, absolutely remarkable. So through Leadership Fellows, I was able to build an amazing relationship with our international president, Sorority Wilson. I'm just gonna keep saying her name because she's amazing. She's like Michelle Obama in my eyes, but I've actually met her, so it like feels really real. But she gave me the absolute honor of sitting on the dais with her, right next to her, at the Central Region undergraduate banquet in 2016, where I got to introduce her to the crowd and sit next to her and eat with her and dine with her. And so that was a really special moment for me that kind of goes down in history. She gave me the opportunity of saying the grace at the 67th Boulet and sitting on the dais there in Atlanta, Georgia in 2016. Like, I have the program here, like, not kidding, like, my name is in the book. And we set a Guinness, like, look, that's my name. That's my name! But, like, we set a Guinness World Record that night. Like, there were a ridiculous amount. I want to say 22,000 people at this banquet. Like, it was crazy. And me, of all people, was selected to do the grace. It was just like, it was remarkable. It was remarkable. I'm sitting on the dais with the international board. Like, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. We'll never forget that moment. So yeah, just, I have memories for days. I could go on and on and on and on, but those are probably some of the top major memories that I could never forget. Now the next question is favorite AKA gift. I again have several, but I'll keep it short. So the first being the AKA On It bag. I'm sorry, it does have a boo-boo on it because I did have a pen spill, But let me tell you why. So remember I told you I introduced Madam Supreme, Madam International President at the Central Region undergrad banquet in 2016. And she was pumping these because these were the International Undergrad Fundraiser. And so she was telling everybody, you know, it's getting close to time, it's almost your last chance, make sure you buy these bags. And so she had one, you know, kind of as an example. And then after the banquet was over, she said, do you have one of these bags? And I said, no, I've been meaning to get one though. You know, I'm thinking she's schooling me. I'm like, dang, let me go buy one now. And she was like, here, take this one. And I was like, what? Shmee? She's like, yep, this for you. I'm like, what? So this bag is extra, extra special, given to me directly by Madam International President. So even though it has a boo-boo and has been through the storm, I will never get rid of this bag. Never. Absolutely not. My next favorite gift is this. So Leadership Fellows, we got surprised at the very end. We each got to take an individual picture with Madam International President. And so even though I look a hot mess in this picture, I don't care because I was so excited to have this opportunity. And so they sent these to us in the mail and they each have a special note in the handwriting and signature of our International President. Isn't that amazing? So I absolutely love this. Like, I just can't even believe that that's real life. And if you haven't figured out yet, like, she is goals and I'm forever fangirling. Forever fangirling. Okay. Okay. And then my last favorite gift was actually from my mom's friend. She's not a soror of mine or anything, but she sent me a real pearl on a ring. And I only wear it for special occasions because I'm always scared that it's going to fall off and I'm going to lose it or something. But yeah, she got me this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous ring to commemorate all that I had done with my sorority. I think she got me this for graduation. So that's extra special for me and I save it for those special events. But yeah, those are my favorite AKA gifts. This next question is so hard to single down one answer. What's the best part of being AKA? Y'all, I mean, everything I've told you already should kind of give you a sense of like why this is so amazing to be a part of such an organization. But I would say my favorite, absolutely favorite part about this org is the network and the connection. Anywhere I go, I have someone who has my back. I have a place to stay. I have someone who's looking out for me. And my parents have noticed it. Like, they've noted it before when I go places and I'll run into a store and they make sure I have everything I need. And it's just like, where do they do that at? Like, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing how sisterhood, the meaning of sisterhood and the meaning of this organization to all of us, like, it translates no matter where I go. Like, whether they know me very well or don't. Like, I've had sorors come through in crazy ways. It's just, it's a blessing and I don't take it for granted. Even the business opportunities and career opportunities, like, you're set for life. Anywhere you go, there's a soror that's in that field. There's a soror that's doing that will put you on, and it's a blessing. It's an immeasurable blessing. And the final question, the money question. Did you step or stroll? Oh my gosh.
Were you on a stepping? Were you on a strolling? Did you show at parties? What did you, oh my gosh, did you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did all of that. Stepping and strolling. It happened. Yup. And so, since you waited this long and stuck through the rest of the video, I will share with you some clips of those glory days in undergrad when you could find me on the step team or the stroll team doing what I do. So, enjoy.
Let's go, 35.
Right, you step. Second 1922. My five ladies on the campus of IU. My money scholarship is service every day. We are the first, the finest in every single way.
Oh shit.
This is a serious. This is a serious. Serious. This is a serious.
So to the 38 preeminent, I just want to say I am so proud to be your sister, to be your tail. This has been such an amazing journey, and we're only 5 years in, but 5 years is such a long time, it feels like, in AKA world. And so I'm so grateful for all of the memories, all of the ridiculous laughs, even the tears. You all have helped me to grow and to become better. You all have pushed me farther than I ever thought I could go. You all were my sounding board many times. You all were the reason that I was able to do all of the things that I was able to do. So I'm just so grateful to call you guys my sissies. And I hope that today is everything we all dreamed it would be, as far as having the opportunity to celebrate 5 amazing years in this organization. So for the rest of you, thank you for tuning in. I'm so happy to share this day with you and all of my memories. And this won't be the last time you hear about me and AKA, of course. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoyed this, I hope you'll leave a like. To my sorors who also share the same day with me, same anniversary, please leave me a comment so I can celebrate you as well. And I will catch you guys in the next video.